Let's go ahead and start our practice together, beginning in mountain pose. And just to help yourself settle into the space, just take a few deep breaths. Nice full inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Letting it all go. You might even just kind of shake that loose. And maybe one more like that. Nice full breath in. Fill yourself up. And exhale with a sigh. Wonderful. And just continue with this connection to breath. Just moving inward. You can do this with eyes opened or eyes closed. Good. Just continue this awareness of breath. A reminder that it's the foundation of your practice. Helps you to be here. Slow, steady breaths. Feeling the breath as it moves through your body. The breath helps us to be here in the moment, fully connecting, helping us to be in stillness, present. And soon breath will help guide us and move us and support our moving practice. And just to bring a little bit more awareness to the breath here, as you inhale, just feel your breath rising upward. Feel like you're pulling it up to fill your lungs. And as you exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine, creating and engaging the abdominal lock. Try that again, a nice full breath in, hoping to lengthen the spine as your heart and lungs expand. Exhale, draw belly in. Good, connecting. And just continue like this on your own, just deepening your connection. You might take these next few breaths to create an intention for your practice. We will be focusing on shoulders today. Even though we'll be physically attentive to our shoulders, your practice can have other meanings. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Prepare your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead and just treat it like a nice stretch. All the way up we go. Exhale, let's fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to as you slowly and carefully guide your way down. This could be a partial fold, so you don't have to touch your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine, creating a long, flat back. And exhale, fold again. And we'll hold here for several breaths. Again, this could be a partial fold, meaning you don't have to go all the way down. Or if it feels okay, just hang heavily forward. Let your head go loose. So to ensure that it is loose, maybe nod a few times, shake your head gently. Check in with your shoulders. Again, our focus today will be on our shoulders. Mobility and strength in our shoulders. So here you might just circle the shoulders back a few times. And forward. With your arms, you might just stir your arms like you're stirring a pot of soup. Good. Let's do another halfway lift here. So as you inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees, extending your spine. Again, only rising up halfway. We'll hold here for several breaths. Keep a softness in the knees. Feel how your legs naturally engage to help hold you in place. Feet are grounded. Nice connection. Long spine. We'll continue to stand from here, so shift your weight back into your heels, bend your knees and lower your hips like you're about to sit down, lifting your chest, arms out to the side. Then inhale, reach all the way up into the air, and then exhale, you can bring your palms together and down to your heart, or arms down to your side. And just pause here for a breath or two. Let's move through that half salute once again. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, another nice stretch. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, soft knees, guiding your way down partially or all the way down. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel that extension, allow the crown of your head to lead you forward. Exhale, fold, melt your way down. Release of head, neck, and shoulders. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees, spread your wings, and inhale to float your way back up to standing, reaching high. Exhale, hands to heart or arms to your side. Another pause here. Now that we've added movement to the breath, we'll just continue adding on to our sequence, building our practice. Whenever you're ready to move, inhale, sweeping your arms out and up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Always okay, a little or a lot, to make your way down towards toes. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat back. This exhale, fold, make your way down, bend the knees so you can plant your hands onto your mat and hop or step back or walk back into plank pose. Let's hold here for several breaths so you can just feel the strength you have in your upper body, paying attention to your shoulders. Press more firmly into the mat. Even feel like you're trying to push yourself farther away from the floor. You might even feel a bit of a broadening of your upper back. Okay, breathe in. This exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air, and this should guide you into downward facing dog. Now you might need to adjust your feet, even adjust your hands a little bit to help you settle into your pose. We'll hold here. After you've made those adjustments, help the body to settle in with a few breaths. You can even add movement here, maybe pedaling the feet just to get into your toes, your heels, calves, feeling your knees, hamstrings, and hips. Make sure your hands are pressing firmly into the mat, strong, straight arms. Be aware of your shoulders. When you're ready to move, let's start with a nice full breath in as best as you can. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly button in towards spine. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop the feet up to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, extend your spine, come forward, good length. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming up, reaching high. This exhale, take chair pose. You don't have to take a deep seat. It might be maybe here, keeping it a little higher than normal, but you're certainly welcome to go a little lower. Let's change our arm posture a bit by bending the elbows. We have a goalpost shape here. You're just going to pull the arms back just a little so it feels like you're kind of opening up through the chest, okay, right across the chest. You might even experience sensation in the front part of your shoulder, chest to the upper shoulder, feeling the movement in your upper back. Down to a forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold and bend, hands to the ground. Hop or step back into plank pose. As before, let's hold for a moment. Feel the strength in your arms, shoulders. Engage core here too. So you might even lift your hips a little bit so it doesn't feel like you're sinking, but rather it feels like you're floating into the air. Okay, you can take the same shortcut to down dog, or with an exhale, finish your push-up. Bend your elbows, squeeze them in towards ribs. Nice. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to an up dog or a cobra pose. It's a back bend. Exhale, tuck toes under, send your hips into the air. There's downward facing dog. Yeah, each time you arrive here, you might need to make adjustments with feet and hands. Let's continue with our lunges. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, strong straight line. Exhale, step right foot to the top of the mat, land in your right hand. Once you've landed, turn left heel to the floor behind you. Full connection to the ground. Find your center, then hinge from hips, rise up, reach into the air. Hold on the exhale. We're going to do the same thing we just did in chair pose. We're going to bend the elbows about 90 degrees, draw them back a little bit. That stretch across the chest. Feel the engaged upper back. We're going to inhale, shoot the arms straight up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Make your way back down, plant the hands, slide or pull the right foot back, plank pose. Shortcut to down dog or finish the vinyasa, chaturanga dandasana. Choose your back bend. You can keep it low, like locust or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can even take a little pit stop in child's pose first if you need to. Once you're in down dog, inhale, extend left leg into the air. Exhale, left foot steps up to the top of the mat. Take your time with that transition. Pick it up and place it there as you need to. Right heel to the floor. Find your center, rising up. Hold on the exhale, that's it. We're gonna bend the elbows. Okay. Pull them back a bit. Feel what's happening in the upper back. Stretch across the chest. Inhale, shoot the arm. Finish your sequence as you like. You can always modify, change it up, rest. Okay, all those options. Wonderful, I love it. Okay, meeting in down dog. Okay. Come to hero pose for a moment. Just bring your knees to the floor, sit back into hero. Let's just do something here because I'm going to try to build it into the practice. I'm going to have you return to down dog in a moment. I'll have you shift slowly back out to plank pose right here. Another option to get to down dog, rather than just the shortcut and just kind of tip the hips up, you can do a partial push-up. So you can just bend your elbows and go down a little and then push away. Okay, that's all it is. You can go down a lot and push away or just a little. Okay, so a partial push-up. So let's try that. Let's return to a downward facing dog. So start here, and then from down dog, as you exhale, slow transition to plank pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips are kind of high, flat back. Okay, inhale right here, and exhale, partial push-up, a little bend of elbows, and push away to down dog, push away to down dog. Good, one more time, shift your way slowly back out to plank pose, and then when you're ready, just another partial push-up to downward facing dog. Alrighty, now we'll do some floor work. So bring your knees to the floor. Once again, sit back into hero, just briefly. Off to the side we go. Should take a seat. Sit in the center of your mat. Yep. And go ahead and roll down onto your back. And drawing knees into your body. Add some movements here. Check in with breath. And then we'll set the feet onto the floor. Knees bent. Full breath in. Exhale completely and then peel away from the ground, lifting the hips into the air as we make our way into bridge pose, or our back bend. Once you've lifted the hips, maybe rock your upper body left and right several times with the intention of getting your arms and shoulders underneath. We'll come to boat pose here. Any way that you like to perform boat pose to help core. As long as you feel long line. Breath is rising to fill up your lungs. You can breathe out through the mouth to help engage your core. Moving from here, inhale like you're floating up off the ground. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front or even to the side, so you can get your legs back behind you into plank pose. We're going to gently set the right knee onto the floor underneath the hip. You're going to swing that right foot off to the right side. We're making a kickstand with the right foot. We're going to a side plank. So you're going to open up the body towards the left side of the room, taking the left arm into the air. That's it. So it's side plank. We're just doing it with the knee on the ground. Okay. Nice extension of this left arm into the air. If you'd like, even reach over your head towards the front of the room with palm facing the floor. You just turn your palm down, just a different sensation. Yes? Okay. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, a careful return to the earth. Left hand. Bring the left knee to the floor. Bring the right kickstand back in so you're just on hands and knees. Let's just move through cat and cow a few times, 2 or 3 breaths. Find that back bend as you inhale. Exhale, round it all out. That's our cat pose. A couple more times just to feel the undulation of the spine, that rocking motion of the pelvis. And this too does affect the shoulders, even though your arms aren't in motion. Okay, you're going to return to plank pose. Just want to recreate that strong posture. Okay, once you're in plank, and then just reposition the left knee onto the floor underneath your hip, make a kickstand, and then swing open to the right side of the room for your side plank variation. Nice extension of this right hand up into the air. Maybe over your head if you'd like, palm down. Just a max. And just the mobility of the shoulder. And of course, that left arm, left shoulder, hard at work. Okay, breathe in. Exhale, a careful return to the ground. Right hand, right knee. Bring the left kickstand back in. Another set of cat and cow, 2 or 3 breaths. And just so we can give the shoulders a rest, we're going to pause here after the second breath in cat-cow. Maybe take the knees a little bit wider. Sit back into child's pose or towards child's pose, meaning just the hips are reaching towards the heels. They don't have to actually touch the heels. And at first make this active, meaning you're going to really reach through your arms to the edges of your mat or even beyond the edges of your mat. And just feel what's happening in the shoulders or even just down the sides of your body. Take one more breath like that. And then you might need to rest your forehead on the ground so you can bring your arms behind you, as if you're reaching for your ankles, but completely relax your arms. Let the shoulders just naturally drop. So we'll just feel that tension turn to relaxation. So let this be a restful position for you, and knowing that you can always come to this posture anytime in your practice. And just find those restful moments if you need them. Alrighty, how about 3 more breaths here? Take your time. And slowly make your way back up to hands and knees. So maybe your hands come out in front. Lift yourself up, just forming a little tabletop here. If your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, just step your hands forward a little bit, spread out your fingers. Just preparing for down dog, tuck your toes. Take another cat-cow. So inhale, cow, that's the back bend, look forward. Exhale, round it out into cat. Hold cat, lift knees, then hips. And this should take you right into down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthening through the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, coming all the way up, reaching into the air. We're going to keep this moving. On the exhale, bring your arms down, reach out dynamically, then reach behind you like so, reaching for the back corners of your mat. Reach, open palms, straight arms. You're going to feel your triceps engage. Another opportunity to pull the shoulders back. Okay, I'm doing a lot of this action first because we have a lot of our everyday activities, our arms are this way, right? We're bent over, right? So this gets all compounded. So we're just rolling that back and open. So a flat back. Exhale to the earth with the hands. Hop or step back, plank pose. Let's do another partial push-up to down dog. So a little partial push-up, bend elbows, push away, downward facing dog. There you go. Building some strength in the shoulders and upper body. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Strong straight line. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, back to a warrior one. Take your time, yes. Once landed, left heel to the ground behind you, centering the body. Hinge your way up. The left hand maybe touch your right hip or thigh. If you're able to, roll the left shoulder back and hold it back as a way of opening up. Yes, opening up more through the chest. Nice. Let's keep it moving. Let's inhale, re-extend this left arm up into the air. Exhale, turn, fold, hands to the floor, back to our plank pose. Hold for a little alignment. With the exhale, partial push up to down dog. Keep it simple. Do the same action on the other side. So an inhale to extend left leg into the air. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, right heel turns to the floor, centering, rising up. Exhale, opening to your warrior two. Situate yourself so you have a good, strong foundation. Yes. So of course you're building leg strength here as we're working the upper body. Let's flip the palms up. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, bring elbows in towards ribs. Feel the back engagement. Inhale, re-extend, flip palms down. Exhale, flip palms up, elbows in. Inhale, reach out, palms down. Exhale, palms up, elbows in. Here we go. Inhale, re-extend, palms down, hold on the exhale. And then our side angle, so reach out, rotate. There we are. You can keep away from the floor, meaning the left hand does not have to touch the ground, or maybe you have a nice distance between the feet which allows you to touch the ground. With the right low back, or around the body to left hip or thigh, or if that arm or shoulder needs a quick little rest, just let it rest on the side of your body before you engage. As you're able, roll the right shoulder back, hold it back as you feel the heart opening. Good. So again, building some strong legs here too. Inhale, re-extend the right arm up into the air. Fold, hands to the floor, back to our plank pose. You choose how you want to get to down dog. You can go through a full vinyasa, a partial push-up, okay, or just take the quick shortcut right away into downward facing dog. Nice. Good. Nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet. Return to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's inhale, reverse the swan dive. Come all the way up. We're still moving. Okay. On this exhale, down, we're going to pay attention to the left arm. We're going to eagle pose. You're going to bring the left arm down and behind or under. out, reach up. And then exhale, slowly bring the arms. Strength of the hip and thigh here. Exhale, pull belly in, picking up the right foot so we can cross that leg entirely over the other. A little good squeeze of the legs together. Yeah, maybe that foot wraps around. If not, that's okay. Ooh, good job. If it's out to the side, just flex it or point your toes, or set the toes on the floor to help with balance. Nice. A little lift of the elbows, seeing if you can get the shoulder and elbow to be in alignment with one another there. Okay, we're going to inhale, squeeze tighter in the shoulders or arms, belly, and legs. Exhale to unbind the legs first, plant the feet, and then we'll unbind the arms. Reach out, reach up. We're still moving. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, fold and bend back down to the floor. Plant the hands, hop or step back into plank pose. Finish the sequence as you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana to an up dog. Maybe a partial push-up, maybe a deeper push-up, or just a quick movement right into downward facing. Inhale, extend right leg into the air, reach. Exhale, step forward, right foot to the top of the mat to a high lunge this time. So left heel stays lifted. We still need to find a center. Hinging from hips, we're rising up, reach. You don't have to go that far. That really gets into the shoulders quite a bit, so you can always modify. So you can keep the belt-like version of the left arm, and the right hand can just be maybe touching the top of your head. Okay, with the right elbow. Okay, realignment. We're going to reopen to the left side of the room into side plank. So right hand stays on the floor and flip open sideways. Now the first time you brought the knee to the floor, you can bring the knee to the floor again if you want to. That's it. Otherwise, legs are straight, and to keep them straight, flex your feet strong. It'll activate the legs, and even feel the left hip. then the rest of the breath work with the arms down by your side to relax. Because that was just constant flow, constant movement. Now a moment of rest. In child's pose, if your arms are behind you, just kind of drag the hands forward so they're out in front. Rise to hands and knees. Step the hands forward just a little bit so they're out from underneath the shoulders. Spread out your fingers so you create a good base. Tuck your toes, cat-cow, starting with cow. It's an in-breath. High lunge, right heel stays lifted, all 10 toes are forward. Find your center or rising up. Like a belt behind you. Maybe you can climb up the spine, but it doesn't have to. Bend your left elbow. Left hand comes down to the top of your head or the back of your head or neck or even the shoulder blades. Okay, maybe the fingertips can find each other behind you. Okay, don't need to stress into that posture. You don't need to force yourself into that pose if your shoulders do not move in that way. Point with this left elbow just to feel a little bit more down through that left arm. Okay, let's re-extend the arms. Side angle, a little half of a cartwheel here. Left hand down, right hand up. Hold hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Hold for realignment. If you need to rest, you can rest before we get into a side plank. Left hand stays on the floor, opening up to the right side of the room. Maybe start with outstretched arms and then bring arms down beside you. Yeah, if you need to come up, if just to Check in with your wrists, okay? Good work. Three more breaths. If your arms are behind you, let's just drag the hands forward. Lift yourself up to hands and knees. Step the hands forward. Tuck toes, cat-cow. Hold cat. Lift knees and hips, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, lengthening halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's hold this fold so we can intentionally loosen up the shoulders again. Okay? So you can just nod yes, shake your head no to loosen the neck, and then check in with the shoulders. Maybe even shake them out a little bit while we're in this forward fold. Let gravity assist you. And then when you're ready, shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees like you're sitting, extend the spine, and extend your arms. Float all the way up, reach into the air. Palms will face each other. Down to your side. Good. Continue checking in. Wrist, a lot of hand work there, so check in with wrists and fingers, elbows, and of course shoulders. Yes. Nice. Okay, our sequence is going to start with eagle pose from we'll reverse the warrior with the optional bind there. Okay, and we'll take us to a side angle and we'll continue the flow. Okay, so from mountain pose, once you feel ready, we'll inhale, extend the arms out, maybe palms up. Wrap it up. Little bend of the knee. All right, we got arms, warrior two. Put on the left arm like a belt. Right elbow is pointing towards the ceiling as the right hand maybe comes down behind your head. Plank pose. Find the straight line and then reopen to the left side of the room, right side plank. Left hand's in the air, right hand's on the floor. Okay? Straight legs or knee on the ground. Reach overhead with left hand. Extend, palm towards the floor, left hip lifting. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, back to plank pose. Realign, partial push-up to down dog. Inhale, extend right leg into the air. Reach, right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to a high lunge. Shifting the weight back a bit, we're going to rise up. Reach into the air, palms together, bend elbows 90 degrees. Let's rotate, okay? Shoot forward, okay? Little something different here. Just take the arms straight up again. Inhale. As we exhale, hinge forward about 45 degrees. Good extension. Shifting weight into this front foot so we can step forward and land in chair pose, just chair pose there. Stand up tall. Exhale. The right arm comes down and behind or underneath the lift. Reverse. Okay, slide the right. Side angle. Left hand down, right hand up and overhead. Reach, palm down. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Pause briefly for the realignment and then left side plank. Left hand stays on the floor. You're opening up to the right side of the room. Right arm reaching overhead. Inhale. Exhale. To downward facing dog. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays left lifted, all 10 toes. Facing forward, arms up into the air, palm. We need to do it 3 more times. Wow. To roll onto your left side. There, if you need something to. Okay, just bring that block in to rest your head. Now again, you can change the angle of this left arm. You can even change the intensity of it. Okay, the more you roll back into that left shoulder, certainly more sensation. Or roll forward towards the ground, less sensation. Okay, so you can use the right leg for a little balance. A lot of you are already doing that. You can kind of bring it behind you, okay, bend the knee, plant your foot onto the floor. Your knee is pointing towards the ceiling just for a little bit more balance, perhaps, if you need it. Good. Okay. Another breath or 2 here on this first side. Then carefully roll back down onto your belly. Slide the left palm in underneath the shoulder and extend the right arm out to the side. Again, welcome to change that angle as you need to. Press into the floor with the left hand to roll onto your side. Bring in that block so you don't have to let your head hang there. Good. Use the left leg for balance. You might lift the leg, bend the knee, and just plant the foot into the ground just for a little more stability. Good. 2 more breaths. And then slowly return to your belly. Both hands underneath shoulders so you can press yourself up, 2 hands and knees. Let's get the knees a little bit more underneath the hips. Okay, so that was kind of the front deltoid, or the front part of the shoulder, again getting into the chest, opening up the front body. I'm going to stretch through the back side. So we're just going to do a thread the needle. So let's start by stepping the left hand forward just a little bit. Left hand forward. Step your left hand to the left side a little bit. All right, you're going to dial or turn your left palm inward a little, okay? We're just setting up a foundation with the left arm. Okay, we're going to extend your right arm out to the right side. Inhale. Exhale, we'll thread the needle with the right arm. So thread it underneath or behind this left arm, and the left arm will bend naturally, maybe even coming to a 90-degree angle. As you can, as you're able, come all the way down to that right shoulder. Unthread. You can even re-extend the right arm out to the side, maybe a little opening, and then plant the hand on the mat. Okay. Just a nice tabletop position, and then we'll set up the other side. So step the right hand forward a little, off to the right side a little, dial the right palm inward a little. Then we'll extend the left arm out to the side. Inhale, exhale, thread your needle. All the way down to the shoulder if you can reach. What you may need to do, if you don't feel like there's enough pressure on that left shoulder, you might need to actually pick up the right leg or right knee, extend the right leg, but swing the right foot and leg over so you can see it, so it's over towards the right side of your mat. And that's going to create a little balance so you can actually lean a little bit more into the left arm, left shoulder. Two more breaths. If you swung this right leg around, you want to bring it back behind you again. Press right hand into the floor to help lift. So you can unbind, unthread, yes. And left hand to the floor. Let's sit back into hero here so we can get off the hands. We'll circle the wrists, maybe a counter press of the wrists into your mat. And then we'll take a seat. Bring the legs around to the front, sitting in the center of your mat. Go ahead and roll down onto your back, knees into your body. Some more movements here as we're coming to our closing sequence. might start with happy baby pose or reclining cobbler's pose, just a hip opener really that would feel good to you right now. And of course, we were working the entire body, even though a lot of our focus was on the arms and shoulders. Of course, our legs were doing a lot of work for stability and balance. Good. You might even want to add a twist. So a spinal twist. Taking your time. As you're moving slowly, guiding your body into these additional poses, continue to check in with your breath. If your heart rate is beginning to come down, or it has come down, your breath perhaps is a little deeper or just back to normal. Check in with the intention you may have set at the beginning of your practice. When you feel complete with your movements, find a comfortable position so you can move into a moment of meditation. So finding stillness and ease in the body and mind. Relaxed breath. This could be Shavasana. It could be any other pose that would be comfortable and nurturing for you. Use any props to help support your body.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.